So the singer David, the kid who blew up off Romantic Homicide, stacked viral hits, even worked with Kali Uchis and wrote a track for Invincible, is in some deep trouble. At first it was already grim, a body recovered from the back of his Tesla, but the situation has only spiraled further since then. What started as whispers around a rising star has now turned into something darker, something that could derail everything he built. So it all started when a badly decomposed body was found in the trunk of an impounded Tesla registered to singer David. The same David who just last year was everywhere, from Romantic Homicide blowing up TikTok to writing for Invincible and linking with Kali Uchis, and suddenly his name is tied to a crime scene. In a new statement, a spokesperson from the singer said he has been informed about what's happened, and although he is still out on tour, he is fully cooperating with the authorities. And it all started with this one headline, one discovery that turned a breakout artist story from viral success into something out of a crime documentary. Now the concerning part is, David has reportedly canceled his Seattle show after authorities identified the body found in the Tesla registered to him. And it didn't stop there. He went on to cancel his entire world tour. For an artist at his peak, that's not just a schedule change, that's a collapse. And it doesn't help his case if he actually plans to plead innocent, because whether it's fair or not, pulling the plug on everything this quickly makes it look less like cooperation and more like panic. Fans don't see a tour getting rescheduled, they see a career unraveling in real time. Now, the girl has been identified as 13-year-old Celeste Rivas Hernandez, and that's where it hits even harder. 13! A child with her whole life ahead of her, cut short before she ever had the chance to grow into who she could have been. Let me just start by saying, rest easy, Celeste. You were taken way too early, and what happened to you was unfair on every possible count. I'm sorry that we as a society couldn't protect you, that we let the system fail you in ways it never should have. We failed you, and the weight of that doesn't go away. Hopefully you're in a better place now, free from all of this. And here's the part that makes it even more heartbreaking. This is the missing person report for Celeste. Her name, her face, her age. 13 years old, plastered across a sheet of paper, begging for someone to come forward with answers. For her family, that report wasn't just ink on a page, it was desperation. A plea to bring their daughter home safe. Seeing it now, knowing how it all ended, it's almost unbearable. Because behind every missing person flyer is hope. Hope that they'll walk back through the door. Hope that the worst never comes. And in Celeste's case, that hope was stolen. Now, there are a few Discord chats that surfaced, and these ones will make your skin crawl. The kind of messages that stop you in your tracks and force you to really ask, is David innocent in all of this? Or is there something much darker going on here? Because once you see those chats, it's hard to shake the feeling that the story isn't as simple as a body being found in a car. It points to a bigger, more disturbing picture that no spokesperson statement can smooth over. Here's the Discord chat, and it's disturbing. David is seen asking if Celeste was there, and she replies enthusiastically, calling out her own name and then saying Bart. Now I don't even want to unpack this too far because one, she was a child, and two, she's not here anymore. But if you've been around the internet long enough, you know what bark usually implies. It's not innocent, it's almost always used in an intimate, charged context. And again, let's not forget, she was 13. That alone makes this entire exchange not just uncomfortable, but deeply unsettling. Here's another Discord exchange, and it might even be worse. One of David's own members casually says he's dating someone named Celeste. Now pause. He was 18 at the time. Celeste was only 13. Even if for the sake of argument, he had nothing to do with her death, which is already questionable, this alone should be enough to put him behind bars if it's true, because that ain't just messy, that's predatory. That's a grown man entertaining a child, and no amount of fame or excuses makes that okay. Just this piece by itself takes the case from suspicious to outright damn. And honestly, maybe the worst one out of all of them is this Discord exchange right here. David casually tagging everyone, talking about being in a song crisis, and then someone responds with, drop the one with the missing girl Celeste Rivas Hernandez. That ain't just off, that's stomach turning, because by this point, Celeste wasn't just another name in the server. She was the missing girl whose body ended up in the trunk of his car. And to see her name come up in a joking, almost throwaway context while he's in the room, it makes everything look way darker. It's one thing to hear rumors, it's another to see her name connected this directly in his own space in real time with him active. That's not something you can brush off. That's the type of detail that makes the story from messy speculation into horrifying territory. And it's not just Discord making David look bad. Over on Reddit, posts like this started popping up. Someone outright calling him a weirdo and claiming a close friend's little sister just to set 7th grader who ran away and ended up with him. They even say her own sister might have been pimping her out and that LAPD had already swept this place in the hills before. The part that really chills you? I'm terrified that's who was in the car. Nobody has heard from her in months. Now keep in mind, this isn't some random troll comment. This lines up eerily with the missing person reports, the Discord leaks, and now the body found in his Tesla. It's like every corner you look at, another piece of the puzzle keeps pointing back to him. Then the same user doubled down with this post. It isn't speculation. It literally happened. I don't really care if you heard nice things about him. That has no impact on my personal negative experience. And honestly, this right here is the bigger issue. Too many people treat celebrities like gods, like they're untouchable or beyond accountability. That blind worship creates this bubble where these people start to feel above morals, above rules, and sometimes even above the law itself. And just when you think it couldn't get any worse, another post like this surfaces. Someone outright claiming he was dating an 8th grader at the time, taking her on trips to LA, and even paying off her friends to keep quiet. And now that same girl's been missing for over a month with nobody knowing where she is. At this point, it stops feeling like random internet chatter and starts reading like a trail of warnings that everyone ignored. Piece by piece, it paints the picture of a star surrounded by minors, cover-ups, and disappearances. And suddenly that body in the Tesla doesn't feel like an isolated tragedy. It feels like the walls are closing in. When someone throws out wild accusations online, they usually go all in with names and unverified claims. But here, the fact that they held back, only calling her C, actually makes it feel more credible. It reads less like a random rant and more like someone who knows details but is careful about what they say publicly because they knew this could blow up. This is the moment where everything flipped. Up until now, most people still view David as just another artist caught up in a messy situation. But once those lyrics from Romantic Homicide resurfaced, that tone changed completely. A song that fans once streamed as raw heartbreak started being dissected like a case file, with every word pulled apart for hidden meaning. And the context makes it even worse. It dropped on her birthday. Suddenly, lines like, "In the back of my mind, I killed you and I didn't even regret it," didn't sound poetic anymore. They sounded like a confession. What once was considered teenage angst is now being looked at as a realistic retrospection, a chilling overlap of music and reality. This was the turning point, the moment where people stopped hearing David as an artist and started looking at him as a suspect. And this is where it stops being speculation and starts getting disturbing. There's proof out there of David being on the phone with Celeste, a grown man at the height of his career with platinum records and an industry connection, choosing to spend his time talking to a 13-year-old. What business does he even have being around someone that young, let alone building that kind of direct connection? No matter how you frame it, there's no explanation that doesn't look bad. You can't call it mentorship, you can't call it friendship, you can't brush it off as a coincidence. A man with his resources and opportunities should have had zero reason to be speaking with a middle schooler, and the fact that this detail is confirmed just adds another layer of weight to everything else already circling him. Yeah, this is the kind of thing that makes the situation spiral into something even darker. The screenshot allegedly shows Celeste admitting to having inappropriate relations with David, straight up naming him. Now there's no way to fully confirm the authenticity of this text without an investigation, and it could very well be faked for taken out of context. But here's the thing, even without this piece, the fact remains, David had direct contact with Celeste, a 13-year-old girl, and that alone is unacceptable. David out here posting TikToks with captions like he's the villain in some low-budget Netflix drama, talking about pouring boiling water on a girl just because she told another boy happy birthday. Bro, that's not quirky dark humor, that's psych ward behavior. Now this is reaching a bit to think this is about Celeste, so I won't talk about it that much. Now, if everything so far wasn't already insane, an Instagram account by the name Chandler came forward with some of the wildest revelations yet. Allegations that David was literally throwing money around to silence kids, paying them off to keep their mouths shut. And to top it all off, there's an actual snap floating around of him handing out cash. And let's be real, this does not look like pocket money for ice cream. The whole vibe screams hush money, and if that's even halfway true, it paints a picture way darker than anyone thought. And then you've got XQC chiming in on the whole thing. It barely even needed words. His reaction said more than enough. I'm not even gonna over-explain this one, I'll just let y'all watch the clip for yourselves.
Chat, guys, I don't want to speculate. I'm trying not to, but I have this thing in my head though that kind of makes sense. But dude, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, hold on. What if
David more like guilty?
Okay. It's all good. I'm not gonna vote if. I'm trying not to. I'm trying not to what if. It's all good. Yeah, see, a lot. That is weird. This guy's a weirdo. This is a comment, dude. We're talking about a minor here, but not like a like, oh, dude, like it's 17. Not like, bro. They're like about some like 14 or some shit. No, like what the are these people, man? 13. What the fuck is that? This is awful, man. Like I said, I mean, it doesn't mean he's guilty, but I'll be able to do a lot of this stuff is pretty damning. Right? I think this is pretty out there. Thoughts of that? Dude, these people are talking to a known underage, dating a adult, brother. These people are talking to a underage person knowingly that they're underage. Like, knowing that they're dating a adult. This is weird. What is wrong with it, bro? And you know what I say, dude, don't blame these guys. Bro, I will say my business always about this. You can always blame people that don't do shit around because, bro, they're part of the problem, man. Bro, they see a crime happening for them, they don't do nothing about it. Look at that, this is awful.
Need to be gone, bro. You know what I'm talking about, in order for shit to get better. And he one of them. I ain't gonna lie to you, he one of them, man.
Alleged week of David paying off Celeste's friend in California to not expose him. What? Okay, is this just speculation or what? I mean, I'm confused. If this could be a random guy, like, what the fuck is the source on this? Comments. Read the comments from 8 days ago confirm that David did pay off children. This guy's a pedophile from what I've heard. My sister is now in 9th grade, told me that he was dating an 8th grader. She would go on his trips to him to LA. They're all in 9th grade, and now it turns out his friend knew you would pay them to keep them mouth shut. See, he's been missing for over a month now. No one knows or whereabouts. But I mean, this guys, I hate Reddit comments. I hate Reddit comments. First reply. This is it. I'm calling the CEOs of Discord, Steam, Twitch, Reddit, testify on oversight committee. Okay, we said this. The politically motivated assassin of a tragic claimed the life of a husband father in the wake of the tragedy, and amid other acts of political motivated violence, Congress has a duty to oversee online platforms. Radicals advance political violence. When feature radicals and violence, the CEOs of Discord. Okay, he's just saying nothing. It's the same thing we saw already. He said the titles 3 times in a row. A young girl can be seen in Twitch clips of David wearing the same Gap jacket.
Yeah, that's it, water. This it, water. This it, water. This it, water.
Why, you look good?
Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Don't be shy.
W's in the chat, man.
What do you think so much about this? I mean, I find it to be interesting. How is this not fascinating to you? Not fascinating. It's somebody that was close enough in vicinity to be around a lot of creators, around a lot of people that walk among us who just fucking does some like possibly heinous shit, possibly allegedly, according to these reports. Okay. Checking the VOD full face.
You are watching another episode of Detective
bro, I was still gonna listen to his music. I was just worried that I'd be an asshole if I did.
No, listen, he didn't do it. He literally performed the next day. If he was a suspect, the police would have been after him. He's not a suspect.
He's not just escaping the police clutches?
No, and I'm gonna perform. We're gonna perform on the
old clip. Okay.
David.
In the ween.
Let me do it. I'll make it. So,
period.
You think David did it?
Do I think he's a murderer?
Yeah.
Can't rule him out.
Can't rule him out?
Can't rule him out.
Damn. No way. No.
You know what I did think was incredibly soft? I don't know if it's
how
true.
do you steal a Tesla though?
Huh? Wait, so you think it is him?
No, I don't think it's him.
Tesla?
I don't think it's him because he's been on tour.
No,
but also,
I don't think it's him either. I think it's like almost.
Yeah, but you need to also understand though. What I said last time is the same thing. Is not only was the car parked in a place where it shouldn't be at for long enough time for people to notice, report it, and then the police pick it up, and then put it at or whatever tow it and put it at impound, and then being transported, and then for people to start noticing the smell so badly. I don't want to be weird and crass, but body was in the trunk or like in the bag or something like that, right? And it had been enough time where the smell was getting fucking all that, and it was bad enough for people to notice and complain and take action about it. That's like, it opens the timeline to much wider than just a couple days of no, it's not like that. There's at least 3+ days from the beginning. So we're talking about possibly a week, possibly weeks. Like what? To say that this is not like a good argument is stupid.
About the David situation, and a lot of you guys may know that I used to be friends with David, and a lot of you guys have seen the stuff I put on Twitter and Instagram trying to expose him, because there was some stuff that I knew since 2023 that I have tried to make public, but you know, it's been shut down by legal team, you know, just people, friends, close friends of David. It's been shut down. They tried to, you know, I tried to post it on Twitter, they removed it. So as you can see here, I've attached some photos just of some of the stuff that's happened. There's way more, and I do hope that hopefully it comes to light. You know, I'm working with some people right now to hopefully, you know, get.
What did Omi say? What did Omi say? User Omi. What about it? He says, at David's house, you want to exclude an interview? Yo, me, you need to fucking back off my dick. Yo, this is the fucking Sherlock Holmes segment that I do sometimes. We rarely get the debunker. Yo, we rarely get debunker segment, and you're gonna be a hit. That's crazy. People love the debunker.
And, you know,
Jesus Christ, man.
Disgusting.
Fuck you.
And I just want to say that I feel guilty for, you know, knowing this, and I swear to God on everything I try my best to get it out. I've been trying since 2023. Y'all can see the proof. I've put the proof on Twitter, Instagram, you know, y'all saw it. I tried my best. I've been trying, and you know, it just didn't work. And I'm so glad, because you know, everything happens for a reason. The truth will come to light. Everything happens for a reason.
Wait, this is just yapping. What do you mean I try to put the information out there? Buddy, just put it out there. Fuck it up about. What law or whatever removes them from posting the information?
This dude David had, you know, ignored me multiple times. He would only get answer the messages from his underage fans. So you know, it all comes back to him. So I'm so glad that obviously this is being exposed. And yeah, that's it.
Now, y'all can bet the internet had its fair share to say about the entire situation, and it goes like this. She was a literal child, bro. Her 15th birthday just passed last week. He is an evil predator. Rest in peace, Celeste Hernandez. You will be missed, baby girl. That line cuts deep because it forces you to face the reality stripped of all excuses. We're not talking about an allegation anymore, not an internet rumor or chat logs to debate. A 15-year-old girl is gone. A kid who should have been stressing over homework, hanging out with friends, maybe daydreaming about her future, is instead being spoken about in past tense. The fact that people knew she was missing and nobody said anything. A whole community failed her. Sad to think about. It wasn't just one man's evil, it was silence from everyone else too. People saw the red flags, people heard the whispers, and still nobody stepped in. That silence is just as heavy as the crime itself, because it shows how quick communities are to look away until it's too late. This is actually so disgusting. Prayers go out to Celeste and her family. It's the kind of tragedy that makes you sick to even think about. A 13-year-old who should have been worrying about school, friends, and growing up was instead caught in something no child should ever face. What was her family doing? Why are they letting this child think she can hang around grown folk? Prayers feel small in comparison to the weight of what happened. This is crazy. I was hoping it wasn't true, but people have lost their humanity. His songs seem even creepier now. At the end of the day, whether David had or didn't have anything to do with Celeste's murder, the facts we've seen are already damning. The evidence shows he was around a 13-year-old, and from the Discord chats to the alleged messages, it paints a picture of someone who groomed her at the very least and allegedly had inappropriate relations. That alone should be enough to call him out. And now with her life cut short, all that matters is justice. For Celeste, for her family, for a girl who never got the chance to grow up. Whoever did this needs to be held accountable, and nothing less will do.